Hey guys, Chris Safety Liner C2 here with a new video. So, welcome back to another bus review. If you enjoy, subscribe if you haven't. It's right there, and hit the like button, and let's get on with the video. So, um, we are on a 3rd gen CE, as you can tell on the front. I have another one to show you guys. So, this one has the non-tinted windows and the yellow roof, classic specs for an international. And we have gray seats and gray interior. But there's your emergency exit window. There's your rear AC unit there. And here's your other roof hatch. And your front AC unit, which this mirror blocks it. We have the first aids and stuff. And this one has the build information for the bus. So, let's see if I can get you up close to it. So, it's 77 passenger, and it was built on 10/27/2024, so October 27th. So, this bus is almost like a year old already. Let me fix my camera. But, yeah, so there's your play. If you can pause that if you want to read that. So, we have LED lighting in here, and here's our speakers. So, like I said, it's a really nice bus. There we go. So, we'll take you a look on the outside. So here's the front of the bus. So it's basically the same as the ones I've already shown off. Like, basically these are they're standard to have the black grille. And I love the way it looks on this bus. So this bus serves for O&J Roberts, which I'm not sure if that's a real school district. But there's the dot number, and owned and operated by Gross School Bus Services Incorporated. And we got all LED on this bus. There's your IC logo. And it's shorter on the 3rd gen, so this bus doesn't have a streamer. Which this is a Pennsylvania bus. So we have all LED on the back as well. But this bus has the earlier 2nd gen clearance lights for some reason. Like, usually on 3rd gens, they're like the smaller dots. But it does have the new marker lights, which are the small round ones, like I said. But the fact is that it has the 2nd gen clearance lights on it. So, the back of this bus almost looks like a 2nd gen, because basically it's the same, like I've said. But the one way you can tell this is a 3rd gen because of those marker lights. But usually there would also be marker lights right underneath the warning lights too, like right on the masks. And they'd be the small dots. So that is a few ways you can tell from the back that it's a 3rd gen. But it has the 2nd gen clearance lights, like I said. So, but on the front, it still has the same clearance lights, the 2nd gen style. But it's a 3rd gen though. So I'll show you the CE badge, because I'm a big fan of the CE badge with the green diesel. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that badge. Like, I want to get a quick picture of that badge. I'll get a close-up picture of it. I think I already have a photo, but I'm just going to take another one. I'm just getting close to the badge for the picture. There we go. Okay, I gotta fix my camera again. Sorry. Okay. But here's your door control. These are electric doors, so that's why you see a key fob there to lock it. Well, I mean, all the 3rd gens come with that, but what I mean is, like, these are electric doors, so they don't make noise when you close them and open them. So if it was air powered, then you hear like air hissing. Usually that's a school bus thing anyway, but the fact is that these ones don't make any noise, so they're electric doors. I have done a video before showing off a video on how these doors work, so check that out. And I think I did that on a live stream too, but I can't remember. But I can actually show you that they're electric doors. See, they just close. Like I said, if they were air powered, then you hear air hissing. But these are electric doors. But basically, that's the bus. Like, it has a Cummins B6.7, so pretty standard looking CE with the classic specs. I really do like the 3rd gen CEs. Like, I do like them. They look really nice. Even though that, like I said, the back hasn't changed at all, but the front of it changes, so it works in my opinion. Like, some people thought they wouldn't like the 3rd gen CE, but then they came up close to it. It changed their mind. Like I said, I was okay with this thing from the start, because we all know we've had the 2nd gen CE for over 20 years. So, but basically there is still some 2nd gen style dashing in here, like this diagonal dash. Like, that's still a thing on these 3rd gens. So, but basically this bus does have warning light controls and door controls on the steering wheel, and some of the 3rd gen CEs do come with that. There's also another type of dash for the 3rd gen CE, but I haven't seen it. I mean, I've never been in a 3rd gen CE, so I wouldn't know. Like, I've only been in a 2nd gen like once or twice. Never been in a 1st gen or an Amtran, so. But yeah, so that's the bus. The ignition is right there, and then there is like wiper controls right behind the steering wheel as well. But on the right side is the shifter where it turns. So that is a thing on the 3rd gen, and I do like the navigation thing here too. So, but yeah, so that's basically it. And I also like 3rd gen CEs where they have the IC logo on the seat, and I've heard people say like that is a very comfortable seat to sit in, and I'd like to try one day. So, guys, I do want to point out something before we get to the rest of the video. I am probably going to be halting on videos for a little while, and we plan to go on a trip, and when we go take a look at buses, I will bring you guys along with it, and I'll do a vlog for you guys. But this is probably going to be my last video for a little while, because we're going to be on the road most of our time. But like I said, whenever we make plans to go look at buses, you guys will come along with it. Like, I will do a vlog. So, but just for a while, this is going to be my last video. So, until then, just wanted to point that out real quick. So, but I promise you guys, like, we will be back to doing this in the future. I promise. Like, I'll still be here with you guys, but like I said, there won't be much videos. So, anyway, so that's basically what I wanted to say, and let's go ahead and start the bus and do our usual thing. That is a bonus. Like, here's your certified clean idle sticker. I'm gonna try and get a picture of that too. Like, there's your common example, and it has it on the other side as well. Third gen CEs also have the two vents. Unlike C2s, only have the one on this side. But we got the new turn signals here as well. Again, we have incandescent warning lights on this bus, but everything else LED, including the reverse lights. I'll throw the bus in reverse so you can see that. So yeah, you can see that they're LED. There's your child check button. It says reset button, but it's for the child check. I'm just going to make sure I turned everything off. Headlights though, but headlights I'm going to leave it on. We're going to take this thing for a drive. Going to show you the doors, just why not? And these ones are a little different than the ones I have shown off. I forgot to mention, I do like the stepwell trim. I'll show you that real quick before we drive. But I'll show you that real quick. And like I said, I love the way it looks on this bus. Like, it's so clean. Of course, the bus is brand new, so that's kind of to be expected. But I just like the way it's designed. Like, yeah, I love the way Alright guys, so sorry about that. I was just taking pictures, and that's why you guys were kind of seeing me move around and stuff, so I was getting some pictures. But anyway, so yeah, that is going to do it. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for sticking around the channel, like, while I've been doing videos. But, like I said, like, my channel's not going anywhere. Like, I'm not taking it down. I'm not, demonetizing it. I'm going to try not to get it demonetized. But, so, yeah, so we are going to be going on a road trip, like I mentioned, and we do plan to go see some buses, and whenever we do, you guys will get content on that. Like, I will do vlogs, like, all the way from going on our way to the destinations, and then touring the place, and then leaving. But you guys will have content on buses on the trip, so yeah, don't worry, like, there will be content, but it might take me some time to get it up on the channel, because we'll have to edit it and stuff and get it into a vlog. And there will be pictures too. Like, I'm going to post my pictures on Flickr for this video, so I do need to work on getting pictures uploaded on there, but there will be plenty of them. So anyway, so yeah, I apologize for slacking on my Flickr, but I do have plenty of photos to put on there. So yeah, guys, that is going to do it. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. And watch out for the next video or vlogs. And yeah, so guys, thank you so much for sticking around. Thank you for watching.